bira nere wachon kibo binule tong kicholba boroni alua utarati uchamuke puchol bino jaro bia bira udotin buji baloromye binilo yawan utarati uchamuke puchol bino jaro bia bira udotin buji baloromye.
The unbeatable peacemaker. Inside the mediation wisdom of Ro Kasimiro in the Acholi sub-region of northern Uganda, justice and reconciliation often look very different from a courtroom. Here, in a landscape still healing from decades of turmoil, the gavel is replaced by the wise council of elders, and the law looks secondary to the spirits of the ancestors. At the heart of this enduring system stands Ro Kasimiro, a traditional chief whose name has become synonymous with peace. With a success rate that borders on the mythical, Ro is by whole account so unbeatable. His compound is not just a home, it is a high court of traditional justice. Every year, over 50 cases are referred directly to him from across the entire Acholi sub-region, of which 35 to 40 are successfully resolved. But these are just the tip of the iceberg. The formal institutions have taken note of his efficiency. The Uganda police force refers approximately 100 cases to him annually, ranging from domestic disputes like locare to adultery, and he has successfully mediated 70 to 80 of them. Local council, LC1, LC2, LC3, and other 70 cases to his docket, with 65 finding closer through his guidance. These numbers tell a story of profound community trust in matters of life and death. His role is indispensable. He handles around 350 death compensation cases a year, and remarkably, all of them are successful. In these instances, invoking the spirits of the ancestors of the conflicting parties is not a mere ritual. It is the cornerstone of the process. It reminds the living that their actions are witnessed by those who came before, creating a moral obligation to choose peace over protracted bloodshed. Ro Kasimiro's work is a masterclass in conflict resolution, operating far beyond the formal alternative dispute resolution, that's ADR, programs introduced by NGOs and the government. I started before ADR came with the program, his state, grounding his authority in tradition rather than imported theory. A practice built on trust and accessibility. His influence amidst the community through modern channels as well. 7 out of 10 radio stations in the region grant him free airtime, understanding that his voice de-escalates tensions that call-in shows might otherwise inflame. His phone is a lifeline for the desperate. He receives between 40 and 70 calls daily for guidance and counseling. Through these calls, he has successfully mediated 750 divorce cases and most critically rescued more than 5 individuals from suicide in a single year. Gender-based violence, GBV, is a significant focus of his work. With 800 cases navigated annually, he even mediates cases of disability where women have been mistreated by their husband and husbands also mistreated by their women. Often resolving them over the phone, they provide immediate relief. Land disputes, the most volatile of conflicts in a region where land is life, number over 400 per year, with around 300 successfully mediated. The 10 pillars of unbeatable mediation. How does one man manage such a caseload with such consistent success? Ro attributes it not to his title, but to a deeply humanistic and strategic approach. His philosophy can be broken down into 10 essential tips for successful mediation. 1. The uselessness of the title. No force because of title, he insists. Title is useless. A chief who relies on his status to command respect will fail. Respect is earned through wisdom, not inherited or appointed. 2. Build confidential trust. In cases of GBV, this is non-negotiable. Victims will only speak if they are certain their secrets are safe. The mediator must become a vault. 3. Study behavior. A mediator is a student of human nature. He observes whether a person is fearful, aggressive, or tearful, tailoring his approach to their emotional state to ensure they feel heard and understood. 4. Assess the level of wealth. The solution is useless if it is impossible to implement. Understanding the economic reality of the parties ensures that agreements, especially those involving compensation, are practical and sustainable. 5. Strategic isolation. Sometimes the truth can only be uncovered in private. Isolating one party at a time allows them to reveal sensitive information, such as a man's medical issue, causing him to urinate on the bed without the public shame that would make reconciliation impossible. 6. Attentive presence. The mediator must be fully present. This means avoiding inappropriate laughter, silencing unnecessary phone calls, and showing visual concern. It is about capturing not just the facts in a book, but the emotion in the room. 7. Punctuality is paramount. If you come late, you might be too late to solve, he warns. In a heated conflict, minutes matter. A delay can allow anger to crystallize into irreversible action. 8. Integrity against corruption. A mediator who takes a bribe is no longer a mediator. They are an advocate for the highest bidder. Avoiding corruption and bribery is fundamental to maintaining the neutrality that allows both parties to trust the process. 9. Avoid nepotism. Justice must be blind to relationship. Favoring a relative or friend destroys the mediator's credibility instantly and ensures the conflict will resurface. 10. Don't own the case. This is perhaps the most crucial rule. The mediator facilitates a solution. They do not become the solution. By joining the conflict or taking ownership of the party's anger, the mediator becomes another party to the dispute, rendering them powerless to resolve it. Ro Kasimiro is more than a mediator. He is an institution. He is a bridge between the ancestral world and the modern day one, between the formal police force and the informal village. His work proves that while laws can punish, only understanding, trust, and deep human connection can truly heal. In the heart of peace, he remains truly so unbeatable.